Cool. So yeah, so I was saying, we replace the bolts and the nuts every single time. It's just it's for like what was $4. I think it was about four, maybe $8 each. If a bolt stretches or a nut stretches or anything like that, I know I've done everything I could possibly do to put them back together as best as I can. We use unless we've broken a conrod or we've burnt one or it's got different coloration or something like that. That's when we'll start, and the length of them hasn't changed. I don't really have a conrod, what's it called, like a stretch indicator or anything like that. I don't have anything like that to help with that indication. But what I can say is that, unless there's like discoloration, there's marks on it, there's heat changes, anything like that. As soon as that happens, bin. Like, no mucking around, just bin. No measuring, just bin them. But apart from that, what we do is we'll replace the bushers, we'll replace the nuts, we'll replace the bolts, and then they should be good to go. You'll see once it's got a H as a whole side on that one, and then on this one it's actually got a white line. It's got a H inside it as well. It's got a full white line on that side. You've got, looks like the number imprinted on there as well. So that's what we're going to do now. So the book reckons after the balance shaft to go to the conrods, after the conrods go to the cam chain, after the cam chain, what's the cam chain? Then the transmission and gears, and then the dowel pins. So that's what we'll do next. So we'll do the conrods, and then we'll be able to check, make sure they're all good, and then we'll keep assembling it. I'll try and video as much as I can. Got kids running back and forth and in and out of the house, so that's all good. We'll just make it happen. Cool. So onto the conrods next. Cool. So should be able to see on one of these sides. They were blue when I looked at them. Yeah, you can sort of see. I don't know whether the camera is going to pick that up. That's slightly blue on this one. So, and you can sort of see it right on that colouring there. So, always good to write down or remember or somehow work out what ones came out of it. That'll give you an idea of your tolerances. Your book, workshop manual has all your tolerances in when you measure it up and you put it back together, in case you don't know what colour to work it out at. I know this hasn't changed from when we pulled it apart to now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put blue ones straight back in. So they're blue all round actually. So for the balance shaft, the crank, the conrods, they're all blue bushes. So blue markings, I should say. So cool. So we'll get. I'm pretty sure this is a 8 or 10 or a 12. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. Been a while since I pulled this engine down. But we'll get one of those spanners and we'll start pulling these apart. Once I do pull them apart, same with the cam chain, same with the gears, I'm gonna give them a parts wash. Yep, these are actually finger tight, these nuts, so that's good. The bolts won't be, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. I'm replacing these, so I'm not too concerned with them. Want to be very careful not to smash around any of that bottom side of the conrod, and otherwise you're going to damage the surface that the nut sits on. Never done it, but I want to be very careful with it. never going to be reused, so these will go straight in the bin once I've finished with them. Wow, that was difficult, that one. Come on, get out. There we go. Cool, that's what the bolts look like when they come out. They're all grooved. So yeah, so that's the old ones. That's the old bushing. They're the old nuts. Not to mix them up. I'm gonna pull this one off the bottom as well. Just using a pick to do it, very, very carefully. Only putting pressure on that busher. Okay, cool. So that's how they come out. Just clean all the stuff up. No discoloration. That's just your normal wear marks from bushes. Got a little bit of colour in it, but we'll give that one a bit of a clean. See whether it changes at all. Yeah, I can't feel anything in here, so it's a good indicator. It's not perfect, but it's a good indicator. If you run your finger along it and you can feel changes in the surface, that's my opinion. It's not going to be absolute, but it's a very good starting point to say whether there is any impact. Cool, that one's apart. We're going to smash it. We're going to get apart this next one as well. Not too concerned with how these go back together. This one's got a mark on it. This one doesn't. So I know the mark on the sides, which one's which. Cool, done. Take that off again. Excellent, that's coming off. Cool, those two bolts are out. Excellent. You can see that little bit of metal. Yeah, you can see like a little bit of metal there. Don't know what that was caused from. So interesting. Could have been just the way whoever did these beforehand put the bushes back in. Not too sure. Might have been a bit rough, but no idea. That really hurt. Let's come back on that one. Cool, that one's out. That's the old one. That's in there very, very good. What are we going to do? There we go. Gotta be gotta be a bit finessing with it. No, that's not the right word. I don't know. Tried to jump away. You gotta be careful with those ones. Cool. So I'm gonna wipe them up. Make sure there's can't feel anything on them. Can't feel anything on there. Good. Gonna clean them up. No markings on there whatsoever. That really hurt me stabbing myself with that. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10. Cool. So I'm going to put those tools aside. I'm going to get these washed up. I'm just going to leave these spaces here so I don't lose any of these races or anything. Cool. Going to take all these over the parts washer and we'll be back. I know it's not the best viewing angle. There's a lot of shit in the road here. That's alright. I'm gonna see if I can move some of the stuff. See if that's any better. Cool. So we're going to turn it on and get to cleaning. Probably don't need to do that with some of this stuff, but it doesn't hurt it in any way, shape or form. Unless you drop a part in the bottom of the parts washer, then it may hurt it. Touch wood, haven't done that. Cool, they're all done. Just going to let them drip dry for a bit there, and then be able to come back.